This video is intended to guide you in retrofitting the HE heat pump to your standby generator. The addition of this unit to the existing genset infrastructure will provide reliable engine heating at a lower electrical draw while maintaining startability during power emergencies. All mechanical and electrical work should be performed by a qualified technician. Turn the power supply to the existing engine heater off before performing any maintenance, and follow lockout-tagout procedures. The HE is shipped with the power toggle in the center or off position. Never operate the heater without coolant present in the system. Hotstart recommends the use of isolation valves at the inlet and outlet ports to facilitate maintenance and servicing of the heater. Ensure valves are closed during maintenance and opened afterwards to allow coolant to flow to the heater before startup. The generator does not need to be removed from service to perform the retrofit. For your personal safety, exit the area if the generator energizes while you are performing heater maintenance. Prior to installation, document existing engine and block heater information with Hotstart's site evaluation and commissioning checklist. Once installation is finished, complete the form and save for future reference. Position the heat pump on a flat level surface in the predetermined location near the generator. Allow for unrestricted airflow around the unit for proper air inlet at the evaporator and air outlet from the discharge fan. Place rubber isolation pads under the heater base to prevent condensation from collecting under the unit and to minimize vibration when the generator runs. For regions prone to seismic activity, an optional seismic mounting kit is available from Hotstart. Allow suitable access to service panels and ports when determining the mounting location. Locate the existing engine heater on the generator skid and identify the inlet and outlet connections. The coolant in port on the HE will be connected to the engine block, and the coolant out port will connect to the existing block heater. If isolation valves are installed on the engine, close them before performing any service. If isolation valves are not present, the engine's coolant system will need to be completely drained. Start by loosening and removing the hose fittings from the inlet port of the engine heater. Drain any coolant from the hose. Next, remove the hose from the engine port by loosening the fitting. Clean any debris from the port threads. Dispose of the hose, as new ones will be used to connect the engine heater with the heat pump. Prep new fittings for installation on the heater and engine ports. Suitable fitting sizes range from 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch, depending on heat pump model. Refer to your operation manual for recommended fitting size. Fittings can also be stepped up in size to accommodate 1-inch plumbing hoses. Use pipe joint compound on metal fittings. Avoid getting compound in the coolant port and plumbing. Hand tighten the fittings to the ports, then secure them in place with a wrench. Ensure the fittings are accessible for connecting plumbing hoses from the engine and existing heater. To minimize flow restrictions, the plumbing lines should be kept as short and straight as possible to the HE, with a maximum recommended distance of 30 feet away. Use elbow fittings sparingly. For areas prone to seismic activity, an optional seismic mounting kit is available from Hotstart. Install the Seismic Kit to the heat pump per mounting instructions provided prior to connecting the heat pump to the engine and existing engine heater. Remove the two side access panels and front access panel from the heat pump. There are 2 brackets to install. Slide the bracket under the side of the unit. Do not tip the heat pump beyond 45 degrees. Excessive tipping can cause the unit to fall over or allow compressor oil to flow into refrigerant lines. Each bracket requires 4 mounting holes. Use caution when drilling through the frame. Ensure no hoses or components are in the path of drilling before starting. Hotstart recommends using a backing plate while drilling to prevent damage to internal components. Position the bracket flush with the exterior and use a 1/2 inch drill bit to mark the location of each hole. Next, use a 1/4 inch or smaller drill bit to penetrate the metal. This hole will be used as a guide for drilling the finished hole. Once the guide hole is drilled, use a 3/16 to 1 3/8 inch step bit to enlarge the guide hole to the finished size of 1/2 inch. Once all holes are drilled, slide the bracket back into position and secure with provided hardware. Repeat on the other side. Once brackets are secure, install 2 cross-supporting brackets, ensuring the assembly is square. Next, install spring mounts to the 4 corners of the assembly. Adjust each spring mount so that the bottom washer measures 1 1/4 inches from the top of the mount. Position the heat pump in the desired location and orientation to drill the necessary holes for the concrete anchors. Install anchors into the floor and secure. Level and adjust the spring mounts before tightening all hardware. Prep new fittings for installation on the heater and engine ports. Suitable fitting sizes range from 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch, depending on heat pump model. Refer to your operation manual for recommended fitting size. Fittings can also be stepped up in size to accommodate 1-inch plumbing hoses. Locate the condensate port on the front of the HE between the coolant in and coolant out ports. Hand tighten a 3/4 inch fitting to the port, then secure with a wrench. Use pipe joint compound on metal fittings. Avoid getting compound in the coolant port and plumbing. Hand tighten the fittings in the ports, then secure them in place with a wrench. Once fittings are secured, prep the hoses for installation. Hotstart recommends the use of cut-to-length, steel-reinforced braided type hoses with fittings already attached. Alternatively, hose can be sourced with the fitting pre-installed on one end and bare on the other. This will allow for the hose to be cut to a specific length during installation. Once you have measured and cut the hose to the desired length, install the second fitting to the hose. Route the hoses from the existing heater side to the heat pump side. Depending on the setup, hoses can be routed under the engine through an access point in the skid or under the skid if it is elevated by vibration isolators. Hand tighten the hose fittings on each end, then secure in place with a wrench. Block heaters typically have an adjustable or fixed thermostat to control heater operation. If the existing heater has an adjustable thermostat, lower the set point to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. If the heater has a fixed thermostat, contact Hotstart for additional support. Once fittings and plumbing are secure, open isolation valves. Air trapped in the system will need to be removed before heat pump operation. A Schrader-type bleed port is provided in the system cabinet that can be used to remove trapped air. Alternatively, the outlet hose fitting can be slightly loosened to relieve trapped air in the suction or discharge lines. Carefully loosen, but do not remove the outlet hose to allow air to escape. Avoid spilling coolant while bleeding air from the system. Identify and address any leaks at the fittings or ports. Secure hoses to the skid with appropriate clamps or hardware to prevent excess vibration from the engine operation impacting the plumbing. During normal operation, the air drawn into the unit is dehumidified, producing condensate on the surface of the evaporator coil. This condensate is collected in the coil drain pan and must be piped away to a suitable drain system. Determine a suitable location for condensate drainage within the room. If needed, a condensate pump can be used to transfer condensate to a location away from the heater. Position the condensate pump near the heater on a flat level surface. Attach one end of condensate hose to the heater fitting and the other to the holding sump of the condensate pump. Attach a second condensate hose to the condensate pump outlet and route it to the drain location. Ensure access to essential areas on site and prevent any tripping hazards by securing excess hose. Power can be wired directly into the HE electrical panel for a 208 or 240 volt powered condensate pump. See electrical schematics located in the operation manual for connection location. When power is available, prime the pump with water to confirm operation. Use heat trace and/or insulation on the condensate line or pump if either are potentially exposed to freezing conditions. All wiring shall be performed by qualified personnel in accordance with national, state, and local codes. The HE requires a dedicated 208, 240 volt single-phase power connection. If the site does not have suitable power available, it is recommended that electrical service be updated prior to the heat pump installation to avoid any delays. The unit exterior has multiple 3/4 inch knockout locations for incoming electrical connections. Select the appropriate knockout relative to delivery of electrical service in the room or enclosure. See electrical schematics located in the operation manual for connection location. Once electrical service has been installed, turn on power to the HE by switching the power toggle to the bottom position. The thermostat will power on and will need to be set prior to heater operation. Refer to the operation manual for instructions on how to set the thermostat prior to heat pump operation. Once the thermostat is set, close the electrical enclosure and reattach any panels that may have been removed during installation. Slide the supplied HVAC filter into place. Refer to your operation manual for proper filter size for your model heat pump. After the thermostat has been set, allow the HE system to start and verify coolant temperature is increasing. The time required for initial heating of the unit to the set point will vary depending on ambient temperature and engine size. After the temperature rise has been observed, be sure to complete Hotstart's site evaluation and commissioning checklist. For additional support and product information, visit hotstart.com.